Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LEC 2025 matchup.
As well. The thing about the Ambassador, particularly for the Broken Blade, making this point come full circle, you blink to them. You don't have to go through that. You just end up kind of, teleports behind you, nothing personnel kid, and then you just kind of run over the team fight that way.
So whoever at last hits as well as there you go. There's that handshake, as I said, in the 2v2, trying to find the moment. Paris in trouble, and Dad, Han's mama with his first blood.
Well, I said I enjoyed watching the standard lanes, particularly for G2, powerful laners. That's why you might want to lane swap away from something like a Callista on the other side immediately.
But yeah, don't worry, I explain my jokes all the time, and they don't get funnier from there. You kind of just deal with it and hope that people move on.
Buddy, I've known that for years. You don't have to, we don't have to go down this road again.
I explain my jokes not making sense. That's so much worse. By the way, you can see what's on your screen. There's a dragon going down. I don't need to explain that for you as well as TP. So well, these early objectives, especially when objective control is the name of the game right now in League of Legends. As Ice has changed corruption, but a Fate's Call is available for Hans Summer. They spot the pig around the wall, but Hans doesn't care, goes in anyway. Skumon's also on the way in, but 113 just jumps on him. Hans flashes away, but a Permafrost about to reach. Ulti instead connects it, but saved by Skumon. They then re-engage. Hans dives away and cuts his way through, avoiding the piercing arrow. Ice flashes, but I fear he's one auto away, and LeBron hits him with his little pistol and takes him down as Parus runs back to the turret, and G2 played with fire. It really is.
Why would you even mention that?
Because you said it was Safari, and I thought, yeah, but we're killing the objectives.
I, for one, believe in the conservation of dragons.
I do as well.
Leave it alone.
I am for saving this dragon.
Oh, endangered species. Oh, I feel really sad now. Wait. This is not the time.
Into this, you know who I am.
Yeah, I have. No, observers, no.
No.
It's just a small.
Oh my lord!
It's only been alive like 5 minutes.
He kind of withers.
That's a 5-minute-old dragon baby.
Oh lord! We're thinking about.
Well, Irrelevant doesn't have ult now to force a real all-in. BB should be able to just walk up here and start taking down this turret. Relevant, in fact, actually might need to be a little bit afraid of his HP bar as well. Tries to clear out the wave. BB will soon get this turret.
I mean, she's so broken. When you have shield bash here, the reason why I believe Broken Blade does not have demolish.
Yep.
The fact that you go Eclipse. You've also got yourself a repudiation as well. It's just always a shield.
This is a bit of a spoiler for tomorrow. I'm going to talk a bit about the tank builds for the pre-show over that one. But there is a big thing about the top laners right now is going Resolve Runes really helps you in a bunch of ways in laning phase, but it also converts your ability to advantage, good gold lead. Onto 113 currently as it stands. Black Cleaver will really help Ambassador get some extra damage too on that Callista. Are they looking for a fight though? BB doesn't have teleport. They shouldn't really be looking for this. Again, it's mainly just allowing BB to push up, get some individual gold, and make sure BDS are behind on the map.
They also get the inside track towards mid as well. So for G2, giving this up, maybe the goal for G2 right now that have had such a great setup in this game. I mean, BDS, so many plays that have gone awry. We've already mentioned it over and over again. The Skumon keeps getting away. G2 keep getting away. It's Broken Blade. Damage coming through now. They also get away with the blue buff. As Dragon's just sitting there waiting. It's a Chemtech Soul this game, but G2 are going to start off the stacking.
They are, and of course, with Callista, means it's kind of like a foregone conclusion if you get to sit on that one at first. Of course, got Atakhan will be the next big objective after that point, coming up in just the next few minutes.
Which Atakhan do you think it'll be? T1 were very good. Anyway, Season 2 of Arcane. I haven't watched it, but I hear it's very good. I hear it's better than the first season. Yeah. And obviously, like, when I came back to League of Legends after my holiday, I'm like, yo, Victor looks a bit weird.
He looks a little bit
weird. Paris, you look strange being there. That TP by Broken Blade going to tell you exactly why. You see with that Lacerate, he's getting into position. He's starting to spin. Ice doesn't have a chance here, but BDS have taken two members with them. Good shutdowns onto the Callista as the public execution fails, but the Shockwave does not. BDS are doing better in this fight than you'd expect. In a 3v3, Nuke's also got space. G2 are losing this until Broken Blade comes down, shuts down, and takes them all out with him. Irrelevant's trying to do the same thing, but again,
baby,
just can't kill Ambessa, the birthday boy with a birthday ace. That's going to start off. It's exactly the one you thought about, by the way, as Broken Blade zones off and BDS just have to walk into this. It feels like this Atakhan could be doomed.
BB just hanging off on the side, has eyes on ice. Really hard for BDS to get into the right terrain here. BB's just sitting there. There's got to be such a danger on that Varus.
I mean, Caps sung a note, and it was a good one as well. As he zones them out, you can see the other one in reverse from the Seraphine means a bit, but the Berserk, the Shockwave in return. G2 in front of Atakhan, that's shredding their health bar. It's getting destroyed. BDS now take it from under their grasp, and this is why you don't team fight while you're trying to butcher Atakhan.
Oh my word, Nuke just absolutely destroys them. Just gets a huge shockwave, and while I thought, okay, it'll be about the Varus, I mean, if you get a good ultimate like that, you can absolutely win your team fight. So BDS, they get themselves the Atakhan, they get themselves a lot of gold from those big kills as well. They'll get themselves a Dragon. Huge turnaround for BDS.
A massive one. I mean, they're also going to stop the Dragon stacking, or rather, that soul point that G2 about to...
Yeah, I
close to
think there's some stuff in Legends of Runeterra which goes towards that, and there are some special voice lines with LeBlanc, I'm pretty sure, but I didn't look enough into it.
Well,
I thought that the Playboy players would be doing that.
I'm going to leave it as Mordekaiser's wife. We have Yorick's wife, we have Mordekaiser's wife. Okay?
So you're going to have like the League of Wags, like the wives and girlfriends?
I'm going to have Nikrit talking to me in DMs saying, actually, and you're more than welcome to correct me, Nikrit, if you actually know what's going on. As a handshake, waiting, transcorruption stolen by Caps with the hijack, he sends it out and it roots. 1-1-3 in front of turret, but they've got themselves the GA. They're unfightable at this point if that was English. As out of turret goes down, into turret the next siege, and I mean, BDS are clawing their way back in. Slowly but surely, a shot back to the two-man this time. Seraphine ulti is good as well, but look, perfect execution from Broken Blade in the backline has done the perfect thing. It's taken the juice out of BDS, but under turret, he's just burning GAs. But Broken Blade is burning the grey screen. Ice tanked the turret, funnily enough, while Irrelevant in the all-out is trying to get that inner down.
It's a decent force with the Sejuani ball delivery system. I don't often see it with that champion, but it works out well, especially with the Seraphine shields giving so much extra tankiness to Sejuani to just go completely ham in these fights. They take down a couple of kills, they'll take the gold from that. Sadly, doesn't lead into something like a Baron, which is the gold standard, I suppose, for the Atakhan, where you get a really big objective after that. They are going to go towards it now, however, there is going to be a teleport on BB. If this fight goes long enough, or rather the take goes long enough, he might be able to teleport in to clean things up. BDS wants to make sure this is down sharpish, and especially with fight on the bot side of the map, there's in fact going to be no contest. BDS do get themselves the gold standard Baron after the Atakhan.
I mean, this G2 is in dire straits. They were up 6,500 gold, almost 7K. They are now dead. As BDS still try to get their way up this lane. G2 scattering off as a 5-man unit, and the rest of BDS are finding their way back in.
Yeah, G2, you know, we said the composition, just get onto one of those carries. Maybe the Varus, just pile onto them, and the Ambassador ult is so important for that. If it misses, though, it means that they don't have the tools to stage off this range advantage, and of course, gold advantage now. Well, close enough to it. BDS looking for the siege.
You know what's even scarier than shockwaving? Not shockwaving. Because Nuke just sends the ball in front of them, and G2 have to pay the respect because 2-3 members like it's been before, and the game could just be over.
G2 in precarious point. Of course, it's even enough in gold, but they've lost the last big fight, and if they lost that from gold advantage, how does it go after that to points? G2 could actually be staring down the barrel of a very awkward start to the LEC. That's a big ult, though.
It is indeed, but who's the target onto? Onto Irrelevant in front line, as the response from BDS seems a little bit better, and the takeover does nothing. BDS walk away. They've already got half a health damage here on the inhibitor turret. They'll walk up. They'll threaten from another lane.
BDS just deathballing now, using the Seraphine on multiple items, just keep that extra ability to go forwards, take an extra turret shot with the extra heals and shields. They're going to get themselves towards the third Dragon. So BDS close towards that Chem Tech Soul, which will make it even harder for them to actually die in the big fights. Worth noting as well, I think this really is important.
3-item Varus and an Orianna that's on to her 4th item.
Yeah, unironically, I think it might be at that point now because of the Chemtech-based dragons. 2 of them, an extra, was it 6% per stack?
6% each, yeah.
With the double shields going onto the Varus, if your job is to kill the Varus, gets 12% plus harder on that. Really, really difficult to cut through that. Ice on the on-hit can kill the tanks, and if you don't kill them in melee range, gets 1 kill. Worth noting, Varus also gets a really powerful reset from his passive now. Gets a champion takedown. It's not as visible as the Jinx, but it'll do a hell of a lot of damage.
Yep.
G2 cannot miss their opportunity onto the Varus. This timestamp might just end the game.
And you have to look at Irrelevant as well as he steps up. He's taking no damage right now as Broken Blade his angle good, but what does it mean? They look for Nuke, he goes golden, the hostile takeover launches through, but for BDS again, this could still be their fight if they find that shockwave. I'm looking onto Hansama, good dissonance here as the ult used by Cease and Desist. Well, it's a bit of a mosh pit, but Broken Blade, even though he finds his way in, I feel like G2 need a miracle from Hansama, but he's dead. Nuke's still alive as well, as BB has to 1v4 this, because Lebrov's out, Hans is dead, and G2 fall to the wayside. They've run out of time, and BDS know it.
The heals and shields are too much. BDS walked down the mid lane. BDS walked down the mid lane.
It feels like right now Nuke's playing like BDD, at least at his peak, I should say, because this Orianna, insane shockwaves you mentioned all game long. BDS playing the team fights much better, and at 31 minutes, they're now going to run into the base. Nexus turrets be damned. Lebrov will watch as it comes down in ashes, and G2, the team that won championship after championship last year, that were always EU's representatives, are now starting winter 0-2.
Hand in hands. It has been a difficult start to the week for G2. Of course, one last chance.